Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, multiverse. This is Back of the Cereal Box, the pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while navigating adulthood. Today, I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny Beyond if you dare. And this morning, we are going to be talking about wings of silver, nerves of steel, Silverhawks, partly metal, partly real, Silverhawks. And we are going to do that this morning on Back of the Cereal Box.
Saturday morning, it's fun for all. Cartoons and cereal, let's have a ball. Comic books, kaiju, pro wrestling too. The fun is waiting for you. Back of the Cereal Box.
All right, and to help us out this morning with our conversation about Silverhawks, it is my favorite co-host and yours, your wife's favorite redhead, amazing cosplayer, artist, photographer, and she is looking especially silvery for the occasion this morning. Please welcome the one, the only, Aubrey Cavitt.
Good morning, cereal boxers.
Good morning, Aubrey Cavitt. And Aubrey, you are a fan of all things retro pop culture, especially comic books. And for me, Avengers comic books and Star Wars movies made me who I am today. And we've got a huge packed show this morning, Aubrey. You couldn't be with us last week because you were out of town. You were in Georgia, right? At a concert?
In Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah. So we've made some changes. And I forgot to send you the outline of some of the changes. That's okay, because this is live TV. We're going to play it as it comes. But we are talking about Silverhawks this morning. And before we even get into it, we have to acknowledge the people who make this show possible. Our Patreon Cereal Box Super Friends, Eli Cash, Phoenix Sisters Entertainment, Sharice Collins, Dave Mattingly, Valerie Davidson, Jeremy Bell, Angelina Vaquera Link, Dave Manginelli, Day One Comics, George Soroy, Larry Emiette, Elliot Latham, Robert Alsop, Clyde Hall, Chris Vaglio, and our brand new VIP Patreon member, Dennis Posey. And this Wednesday night, Dennis is going to co-host his own episode of Weeknight Bites with me and Willow. And that's a perk that is only available to VIP members of our Patreon community. So he jumped in and said, I'm all in, guys. So super excited about that. Thank you to our Patreon supporters and our Patreon community. We also have a brand new sponsor that we need to acknowledge, Dr. Malgams Body Bags.
Ooh.
This is maybe one of the coolest projects I've ever seen. It is basically the Mighty Men and Monster Maker in 3D. You create your own action figures from interchangeable parts. And there are 4 different sets that come in 4 different zippered bags. And you mix and match them and create your own characters, your own monsters, your own abominations. And we've got more on that in a little bit. So first things first, and this is one of the changes, Aubrey. The first thing we have to do is ask what's in the bowl. And this morning, I arranged for Aubrey and I to have the same thing at the same time. So we are both going to be trying, and I hope this is an honest first taste for you, Aubrey.
Yes, it is.
What happened? Are you
I'm grabbing my milk.
Here? Okay.
Because I actually am using regular milk this time because...
well, I am too. For the same reason as the last time we were on air together, I ran out, and I had to run out this morning to get... Anyway. So this is Great Value Blueberry Pie Cereal. And for those of you who are watching, we want to know what's in your bowl this morning. Great Value is a Walmart brand. It's their own brand.
Mm-hmm.
And when you open this up, oh my God. And of course, for those of you who are watching, Aubrey is pouring the milk first, like some kind of mutant from X-Men 97. Because every regular person, every
That's
normal
not to
person,
you guys. That's to Johnny.
pours the cereal first. We did a poll on this, Aubrey, and our fans agreed that you do the cereal first.
It's okay to be different, guys.
I know you're a weirdo. Anyway,
we're all a little weird. That's why we're here.
But Aubrey, did you notice that on the back of this cereal box, there's a puzzle. It is a word puzzle.
Ooh.
And the answers are on the side of the box. Now, I've not done the puzzle yet, but this is the kind of thing that when I was a kid, because we didn't have, iPhones or tablets at the breakfast table on Saturday morning, we were reading the back of the cereal box. We were playing these games. We were doing the activities. That was our newspaper. That was our world. And this one has a really cool word puzzle on the back. And you have to find the words in the columns over here to fill in the spaces over here. So
that looks like fun.
Yeah, Aubrey, can you find any words right off the top of your head?
Oh, geez. Oh, Johnny, you had to do that, and I have no copy.
No, this is hard.
Hard. Okay.
Yeah, you make a word, take a letter or letter pairing from each tube. There are 4 words in each group of tubes. 3 words are already done for you. So monkey is already filled in.
Monkey's already there.
So you could take, okay, wow, this is going to be tough. So those of you who like a challenge, go out and get your blueberry pie.
Antelope. Do you spell antelope Antelope?
Yeah.
Okay, antelope.
You found antelope? Okay.
Antelope?
Yeah, that's one of the answers. That's one of the answers. That's fantastic. Now,
okay, I did it without using a pencil.
I love it. I love it. So, first thing, when you open this box, did it not smell just amazingly delicious?
It smells like blueberries.
And when you look at it, it looks like Golden Grahams or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But an amazing blueberry flavor. Dry. Go ahead, Aubrey. I'm going to pour my milk.
Very crunchy.
Yeah. Oh, but not in a hard way. It's like when you bite down on it, it almost explodes.
Like a poof.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Like a poof when you go to crisp it.
All right, so put some in your bowl with the milk. This is one you're going to finish.
Really?
I believe.
Johnny, is that a challenge?
I believe. All right, ready? Get your spoon. Here we go. First bite's always the crispiest. Mm. See the pyramids along the Nile. See the marketplace in old Algiers. All right, so.
Okay. My honest opinion.
Yes.
I am one of those. I love blueberries. I am an old-fashioned girl.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with a family that had a blueberry patch in their yard. My great-grandparents. I used to pick blueberries at home. This is not a bad blueberry taste in comparison, but it does remind me of the muffins that you get with the little tiny blueberry pieces in. Or Waffle House. They have a blueberry and a strawberry waffle now. Similar taste.
Yeah, it's not, it's not 100% authentic blueberry, but it's very, very good. And, it's, I believe it's rice. It's a rice cereal. Yeah. Yeah, rice cereal, which is good. So less gluten.
Okay, I love it better now that it's rice, but I'm not gonna lie, I was about to say it's already getting mushy.
Mm. The crispier the cereal is, like in this way, the faster you have to eat it. Because the milk does, penetrate it very quickly. But it tastes like Golden Grams, but with blueberry. And this is a 5 out of 5 bowls. 5 bowls and a spoon for me. This is now in my top 5. Up there with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, great value, blueberry pie, unbelievable good. Yeah, we both got our mouths full. So
this is quality viewing, guys.
Yeah. So out of 5 bowls, Aubrey, what are you going to give it?
Okay. You set the gauntlet down when you said it's like Golden Grams. So it's almost unfair. But then rice and blueberry flavoring. So if I'm going to compare it to Golden Grams, it's a bowl short of 5. 4.
Okay.
But if Golden Grams didn't exist in a world where there were no Golden Grams, sad place, I would say it's 5 out of 5. So second only so far to Golden Grams.
That is fair. That is fair. Well, amazing. So for those of you watching, you tuned in for Silverhawks. We're going to be talking about that in just a minute. But we want to know what's in your bowl. And we've got some audience comments.
Good morning.
Including Zentron, who says, "Good afternoon, fellow cereal boxers." Now, Zentron is in the UK, so he probably would say, "Good." No, I can't do it. Can I do an English accent? There we go. "Good afternoon, fellow cereal boxers." And Zentron says, "Coming at you live from my local tennis club, having a barbecue." Now, I want to know, what is a British barbecue like? Because in the United States, a barbecue is something very specific.
Oh, it really is.
So, Zentron, is it open flame? Is it charcoal? Is it wood barbecue? Is it gas? What's on the grill? Is it a grill? And is it beef, pork? Is it sausages? What are you grilling?
Right? Please tell me there's brisket. I love brisket.
Is brisket a thing in Britain?
Let us know.
I know mutton is.
Oh, if it is not a thing in England and we get Zentron here in Tennessee, we need to take him to a Puckett's. Because I just had Puckett's brisket again. Oh, eye rolling good. So good.
Puckett's is good, but it's not the best.
Oh.
Jack's barbecue.
I've never been there. What do you mean? I'm a foodie. Okay, I'm a big foodie, guys. I used to be a really big girl, and I love food still to this day.
Listen.
What is Jack's barbecue? I've never heard of this, Johnny.
It is a local Nashville barbecue place. Hold on, I'm choking. Talk for just a minute.
Okay, so yes, yesterday, Zentron, I actually got to sit in on a super secret audio sesh with a bunch of musicians, and there was a piano player from England who once played with the Doors. I won't name names because I don't like name dropping, but I was invited, and I'm no, I don't.
What was the piano player's name?
Nope. I don't name drop. It's a super secret, and I wasn't technically officially invited until the last minute, but I am going back Sunday. So if I'm allowed to, I didn't ask permission, but we got to cook and sing together, which was really cool. And I got in a hot tub. And I will say that it's a famous musician's home they're renting out for this music session. And it happens every year. So if I have permission, next time I will definitely mention.
Well, I hung out with Jason Priestley yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll name drop. Anyway, so Jack's Barbecue, local Nashville. They have 3 locations in Nashville, but locally owned. Jack Cawthorn is the guy's name. Best brisket I've ever had anywhere on the planet. So you got to try Jack's. There's one downtown Nashville on Broadway, one on Charlotte, and one on Trinity Lane.
Okay, I do have one more question for Zentron about the barbecue.
Okay.
Will there be dogs? That is a classic in America. Hot dogs.
They don't
So
call
will
them
there be dogs?
They call them Frankfurters.
Yes. Will there be Frankfurters there? That is a question because my favorite hot dog place is Daddy's Dogs in Nashville.
Daddy's Dogs is amazing.
It is good.
I've never had anything like it.
No, it's a really good hot dog. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like I usually am not like, I agree with everything on Johnny team. No, not me. But he knows this. We have a nice dynamic, but Daddy's Dogs, 100% never disagree on that. It's the best hot dog, and I want to try every single one of them. And if we ever have a chance to have a sponsor, is them. I've been to your restaurant more times than I should tell people I ate hot dogs.
There's a Daddy's Dogs right across the street from where we end my ghost tours in Printer's Alley. So every night after a ghost tour, including tonight, I swing by and get a Daddy's Dogs. They know me, so maybe that is something we need to pursue.
Daddy's Dogs does have their own podcast, so
more audience comments from Andrew Milton, who's with us. Good morning, all, and he says, "Tap Cancer Out is today. Thank you to the Back of the Cereal Box community for your help. You're welcome, Andrew. Hope you do well." Zentron says, "Cool idea." I don't know what idea is cool, but thank you for that. Dominic Damaski is watching. He said, "That's a solid toy. Reminds me of Night at the Roxbury." What toy? Did I show a toy? What? Huh? Wait a minute. Did I just have a time skip? Did I black out? Let's consult the Magic 8 Ball. Is Dominic actually talking about something we showed on the show? Yes, it says.
Does it have to do with the comics? No.
We didn't show those yet.
Wait. What toy? Silverhawk? Was there a Silverhawk toy?
There was. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're talking about Silverhawks this morning. Andrew Milden says X-Men 97. So, Andrew, when are you available to do a special X-Men 97 recap show?
Ooh.
Email me, buddy.
Okay, Johnny didn't lie. I am having another bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I never eat more cereal.
Dominic says milk first is savage. All right, so here's the answer. Zentron says just burgers and Cumberland sausages.
Sausages.
I don't know what Cumberland sausages are, but I'll bet they're very nice.
Do they have spices in them? I like spices.
I'm sure they're very exquisite. Marissa Henderson is joining us. Good morning. Hi, Aubrey.
Yes, I have to say something really quick. I have a shout out, a birthday this morning in the Henderson family. There's a little guy turning 6, and he is one of our fans, and so is his mom. So hello to both of you, and hope you guys are checking out some Silverhawks.
Andrew Milden says, I am having coffee and water. So Tap Out Cancer is today. So he's been in training, probably doing a lot of detox to make sure that he's in peak shape. So
is it protein coffee? I can dig that.
And Andrew Milden says, Puckets, I thought this was a kid show. LOL. I get it. And Puckett's now has like 6 locations. They started near you at Thompson Station, Aubrey. And then they've expanded and they've got locations all over. Did you go to
the one here in Columbia is amazing. They have a full stage. If you ever want to see stage music with genuinely good country fare, Puckett's right here in Columbia, Tennessee, in the square.
Well,
they've done movies in our square, by the way. So if you want to walk through where they've done some Lifetime original movies, the square in Columbia, Muletown, Tennessee.
Well, and all of the Puckett's have live music on stage. That's what really set them apart. And in Nashville, there are over 500 venues in the downtown area that have live music from 10 a.m. in the morning till 3 a.m. the next morning. It's pretty crazy. So Zentron says charcoal grill brisket is not a thing here. I didn't think so. But we are having burgers, sausages, spicy chicken wings, skewers of lamb, tomatoes, peppers, etc. Ooh, lamb skewers. That sounds really good. Really good. Anyway, we've got a bunch of more comments that we'll get to in a minute, but we have got to acknowledge our new a new segment, Aubrey. This is celebrating the Saturdays of our youth. And our friend, Cade Hawkins, has created an animated series that we have adopted as our own animated series. Check out The Lazy Unicorns.
Well, Gordon, I did it.
Did what?
I went on a quest.
Did not.
Then explain my helmet and sword.
Discount cosplay from Party City. Hashtag not sponsored.
Ha! Shows what you know. I paid full price.
At Party City.
No, it was a totally different city. A city of gloom and doom.
Sounds like a normal day at the office.
'Twas not nearly any old day at the office, Gordon. 'Twas a grand and noble quest.
Doubtful.
Oh, what mine eyes hath seen.
I'm surprised you saw anything through that helmet. What's the deal with that?
Protects the face against the dragon's flames. No quester should be found dead without one.
Ah, so it'll make you look heroic when you die.
Oh, for the last time, I went on a quest.
Finally, after ages of searching, I may have the hero to save my village from a terrible dragon. Will you help us, warrior?
Sounds like work.
I went on a quest, more like to a Ren Fest. It was a major conquest. Oh, really prove it? Hey, no need to lose it. I bet you got that costume on sale. Dude, I nearly lost my tail. Why won't you believe me? I wanna sleep. Why won't you leave me? You didn't go on a quest.
There you have it, the chubby unicorns, and you can see that on Cade Hawkins' other YouTube channel, Caterade, and we'll be airing those episodes as they become new every Saturday. So that's the second, so hopefully a third is on its way, Cade. And we mentioned at the top of the show that we have a new sponsor. Check them out, Dr. Malgams Body Bags. When I was a kid, the Mighty Men and Monster Makers was one of the coolest toys on the planet. Well, Body Bags takes that idea and ramps it up a notch by doing it in 3D. There are 4 different assortments that come in zippered body bags, and you can mix and match to create your own characters and abominations. Get yours today.
Body bags.
And of course, they have a Kickstarter that I just put running on the banner below. But you can also check them out on Instagram at Dr. Malgams Body Bags. So you can check those out, get your own, and start making your own custom characters. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool, honestly. I remember being a kid and pulling apart toys with other kids who are like, no, do this. And I'm like, we're going to get in so much trouble. This looks like it's intentional and it kind of looks fun.
Yeah, it is intentional. And Andrew Milden says that is very cool. Anyone of my generation that played with the Tomy, Mighty Men and Monster Maker, or the fashion plates, they know what I'm talking about. So, Aubrey, this is one of the changes that we are making.
Mm-hmm.
We are saving prizes from the cereal box to the end because we're going to dive right into our main topic this morning.
Okay.
And it is our Saturday morning 102 topic, talking about the SIlverhawks, the 1986 series from Rankin Bass. And here's the tale of the tape. SIlverhawks is an American animated series developed by Rankin Bass Productions and distributed by Lorimar Telepictures in 1986. The animation was provided by Japanese studio Pacific Animation Corporation, and in total, there were 65 episodes made. It was created as a space-based equivalent to their series Thundercats, and the plot was surrounding a bionic space enforcer called Commander Stargazer, and he recruited the SIlverhawks, heroes who are partly metal, partly real, to fight the evil Monstar, an escaped alien crime boss who transforms into an enormous creature with the help of Limbo's Moonstar. Dun, dun, dun. And it's he's an enormous armor-plated creature. Joining Monstar is in his villainy is an intergalactic mob consisting of Yes Man, Buzzsaw, Mumbo Jumbo, Windhammer, Molecular, Pokerface, Hardware, and the musical madness of Melodia. And the SIlverhawks include their leader in the front, Quicksilver. The pilot in the cowboy hat is Bluegrass. The twins in the back, the girl is Steelheart, and her twin brother in the back is Steel Wheel, and the kid in the front is the Copper Kid. And when they're in space, they have visors that come over their faces. They have wings, wings of silver, hearts of steel. Take it, Aubrey.
Nope, I don't remember it. That was
SIlverhawks, partly metal, partly real.
SIlverhawks.
There we go. And as I said, this was intended to be a tie-in spin-off set in the same universe as the Thundercats. And there was actually an intention for SIlverhawks and Thundercats to have a crossover with the third property that we're probably going to talk about later, the Tiger Sharks. Initially, Aubrey, I thought we would get to the Tiger Sharks with this episode, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought that might be too much. So we're just going to talk about the SIlverhawks. Here is Monstar. And Monstar, to me, was a terrifying villain until he actually fought the SIlverhawks. And then he was put down like a punk. I was so disappointed in the ferocity of Monstar. But Aubrey, and here's that planned kind of team up concept.
Oh, nice.
This is fan art, but that was the idea. Now, I have to talk about their boss, Commander
Monstar. Oh,
Stargate.
not the bad guys, the good guys. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay.
Basically, Bionic Ed Asner,
Yes.
and I got
Voiced by Bob McFadden.
yeah, but you know what? I did not find this character likable at all.
I mean,
I
he's
think
supposed to play the tough, grizzled old police officer, right?
but he wasn't a cool, tough, old, grizzled police officer. He was just cranky, old police officer, and a little bit abusive, and just I did not find him likable at all.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
wouldn't even shake Steelheart's hand when he met her.
yeah, he's just the worst. He's a horrible boss. But now
he loved the kid. He loved the kid, the copper kid. He was enamored with this kid joining the team. Like not that way. Not I mean, like, because he's from another planet. He was all like, ooh,
I know
about him. He acted like
still
he was the good part, and the other ones were like meh.
This came out in '86, the era of Michael Jackson, and
okay, well, he only shook that kid's hand. He didn't shake any of the new ones. But you know what I thought was interesting? I didn't get to see a lot of episodes, but I do want to watch more of this, because not only did they have some really interesting side characters that I didn't know about, like a cabbie that was inspired by Space Cabbie from the 1950s, but also they've got a huge amount of side characters that are comic relief. And there's mention in like the first 2 episodes of Earth. Like, so there's got to be some episodes where they go back to Earth, right?
Well, they start on Earth. That's where they start.
I mean, but like,
in the first episode.
Yeah, but a lot of these shows, like, they start on a base and they'll go back to the base, or they'll start on a planet, they'll go back, but they rarely go back ever again after the first few episodes. So if you've seen this, I'd like to know, how many times do they go to Earth? Because the boss, Commander Stargazer, first of all, yes, I agree. He doesn't sound like a commander. He sounds like a bigger grouch than necessary. I do agree with that part.
See,
but
any
he talks
minute
about going to Chicago when he meets them. His first thing is, oh yeah, I wanted to go to Chicago to get refitted. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, but he looks like Ed Asner, and I expected any moment for him to say, "Mary, get in my office." For those of you who know Mary Tyler Moore, or Rhoda, what are you doing? You get that reference. But no, so along the way, Aubrey, further down the line, they introduce more Silverhawks to the team. The team grows. There's a Condor character that comes on. There's a character called Blackhawk, I think it was, who was gold, African American, gold, Black Eagle, I think is what he was. So they grew the team and they added more members, and they all came from Earth. So this whole cybernetic process was developed by, that Mengele type Nazi doctor who spoke with a very thick German accent. They are partly metal, partly real. I created them in my laboratory.
So he was a little cheesy in the first 2 episodes, and that's all I saw. But he did seem to be not like Skeletor cheesy. So that's
well, good. I mean, he wasn't the villain. He was just.
I know, but sometimes even the good guys are a little too cheesy. He wasn't over the top cheesy. Oh, but him. Okay. Monstar, on the other hand. So
when we meet Monstar, I remembered as a kid that this guy being like the baddie of all baddies. And in the opening sequence, you see him transform, and he just looks menacing. He looks awesome. He's got a tight grip on the criminal underground of the limbo dimension, or limbo galaxy, rather. And he's got that list of henchmen. But basically, he's a mid-tier mob boss.
They call him a quintillionaire, and he's a planet master.
Well, he was like zero threat to to the Silverhawks. They pretty much knocked him out in episode 2. Monstar's story with the Silverhawks should have ended in episode 2. Done, finished, done.
But he's like a space crime boss, right?
Yeah, but they took him. They should have ended his criminal empire right then and there. Done. I don't get why he had so much power. Any of his lackeys could have taken him out. The guy with the hammer, Windhammer, he could have just turned that hammer on Monstar and been like, "I'm taking over now."
And he has a giant space squid that serves him as his mode of transportation.
But the hawk, the what was the hawk's name? I forget.
Which one?
The bionic hawk. It was the actual physical hawk. I don't have a picture. I don't think I have a picture of him. He belonged to
Tallyhawk? Quicksilver's fighting hawk? You talking about the fighting hawks?
Yeah, no. There was a real cybernetic hawk that Stargazer had that the Silverhawks got as a fighting companion, and I don't have any pictures of them with it. Why?
Yeah, it said Quicksilver's fighting hawk is Tallyhawk, Sideman is Bluegrass's fighting hawk.
Well, that's later. And that's part of the toys. Let me see.
Yeah, their toys. It was a weapon bird.
Hold on, Yeah, so additional Silverhawks, Hot Wing. Hot Wing was the African American character, not Black Hawk.
Oh, and he was voiced by Adolph Caesar.
Yeah.
And then later, Doug Price or Priest.
Moonstriker, Flashback, Condor. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah, originally Tallyhawk was the first. Quicksilver's fighting hawk. And in that first battle against Moonstar or Monstar, Tallyhawk takes out the squid on his own. I mean, come on. Monstar was not a threat. He was built up to be like superior to Mumra from the Thundercats, but really he was more like Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, them's fighting words. Be careful there, Johnny. There's some huge Boba Fett fans in the Star Wars community.
Any real Star Wars fan like I am, Star Wars is oxygen, knows that Boba Fett went out like a little punk and was the most inconsequential character in the entire saga.
Okay.
That's going to be a clip.
That's going to be
a clip. Yep. But let's talk ancillary products because Silverhawks did something really well. They had a great comic series from Marvel Comics, part of the Star Comics line. And I had this issue. I think I had all of them. They only did like 10 or 12. But it was actually really, really great comic series. But the toys, Aubrey,
oh, wow,
were phenomenal. And I got to tell you,
they made her purple.
Yeah, they
got the wings out. Look at wings out.
Yeah, well, the vacuum form on these characters, they altered the colors a little bit just so the kids could tell the difference between them on the store shelves. Okay, so obviously this is Quicksilver and Tallyhawk, and then here's another view of them, and this is Quicksilver, Steel Will, and the additional green Silverhawk, not Condor, but Moonstriker. And here's the whole line with all of the characters and all of the vehicles. Yes, they did have the Mirage ship. And by the way, can I just say, the Mirage must be the most uncomfortable ship to travel in because it's so small. They have to lay down in those side pods on their bellies with their head. I mean,
Very uncomfortable.
yeah. And then they shoot out of them like they're just ready to go. You got to stretch out. You got to get those kinks out after being in that position for hours or days at a time. Now, Aubrey, here's what you need to know about these toys.
Okay.
They're incredibly rare today.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, I had one of those little birds. I did not know what it was. And I bought it at a yard sale for like a quarter once.
Well,
And I held on to it for so long, but there was no Silverhawk figurine with it. So that kind of explains it.
So this Quicksilver figure I saw recently loose like this, not even in the package, for $300.
Whoa.
And it wasn't even in mint condition. The vacuum form silver was, chipping off. The problem with these figures is this chrome colored paint made the plastic very brittle, very hard and very brittle. So few of these toys actually survived. But if you find one mint in the package like this, prepare to spend between $800 and $1,000
Oh no.
for a 3 3/4 inch figure. And if you find, and that's for Quicksilver, if you find any of these other characters, holy crap. And a shout out to our friends at Music City Toys and Collectibles in Watertown. They have all of them.
Oh
loose
my goodness.
In the store. So if you want to go spend a small fortune on Silverhawks figures, Music City Toys and Collectibles, at least as of a month ago, has them.
All 4 of them?
Yeah, and Stargazer and Monstar and some of the other characters. Yeah. As a matter of fact, this might be part of their display. Come to think of it. But yeah, you
Posters
can find
sold
them
separately or with. I kind of want one of those posters now.
Well, yeah, you'll have to talk to them about that. But for those of you who are collectors who don't want to spend thousands of dollars, Super 7 has just started producing a brand new Silverhawks toy line with all of the characters.
Oh, that chair.
Yeah, and these are 6-inch characters. Now, here's the thing, though. They did away with the vacuform chrome and silver paint. So they got as close as they could without doing the vacuform. And the reason they did that is because that vacuform, like I said, makes the plastic so brittle and so hard that it's really easy to break these toys. And so they chose not to go that route so that, collectors can take them out of the box safely, pose them, and enjoy them. And they're fantastic. Super 7 does an amazing job on everything they do. And there was even a Silverhawks board game. There was all kinds of merch for Silverhawks. It was it was maybe the most popular failure of the 80s because they only did 65 episodes, which is respectable. It's 2, maybe 3 seasons. But a lot of people don't remember it. They remember Thundercats, which was before Silverhawks, but they don't remember Silverhawks, which is strange to me. So what do you got? What share some more of your thoughts, your impressions of Silverhawks.
Well, General Rawlings was voiced by Larry Kenney. And that's not a name that comes up as often as you would think.
Yeah, this voice cast was not the usual suspects.
But I want to know any other fans out there found who Professor, I'm probably going to murder this name, but Gemakane, what kind of alien he was supposed to be, because it's unspecified in everything that I was able to look up. So maybe there is a something that I didn't find somewhere. He's got an assistant who's a nurse, but he's the alien that's responsible for the Silverhawks weapons. And I'm like, I feel like there's like an untapped resource there where they could have done a little.
They never
backstory.
specified.
Yeah,
they never
no.
specified what alien race he was.
I was like, he's kind of a big guy in their, federal interplanetary force, but we don't know where he came from. We don't know what he is or where he came from. So, that's a nice big empty plot hole that, sometimes people like, they poke fun at things like that, or they can turn it into a whole new series even. And as someone who loves fan fiction, I used to write, I don't know if I ever told you that, Johnny, I used to write Harry Potter fan fiction. I do love writing, but I put my pencil down or my typing down a long time ago, and I stopped writing.
Why?
Because I was a mom and I was trying to find a career to support myself and my kids. And so I kind of walked away from that. The old artists don't make enough money kind of thing.
Well, you do if you do it enough.
That's true. So don't give up on that, guys. If you've got a story, mine's still in my back pocket. I think that's going to be my project over the next numerous years, is trying to get that actually finished and published. But it is a fantasy sci-fi style thing, so maybe one day.
Well, so for those of you watching or listening, I want to know what you thought about the Silverhawks. Did you watch any episodes with us this week? I'm just going to say, Aubrey, kind of my final thoughts before we let our audience comment, and we'll get your final thoughts. I loved the show in 1986. I really loved it. I haven't seen it since then. And watching it again with fresh eyes this week, I don't know how they got a second episode made. Because that first episode, the origin story, bored me to death. This doesn't happen often. I fell asleep twice in the 22 minutes.
No.
Yes.
Johnny.
Yes. Now, if you watched last week's episode, you know that Brave Star, I became like enraptured by. I'm like over the moon for Brave Star. But this series, it does not compare to Thundercats. And I don't want to say it doesn't hold up, because, as our friend Kate Hawkins has said, it doesn't matter if it holds up or not. That's not part of the equation. It did some things really well, like introducing the concept of organized crime in space. I like that, but at the end of the day, Monstar was a lame villain.
Yeah, he wasn't the greatest mob boss.
And for those of you who kind of like the winged bird character motif, there you go. For those of you who like the winged bird character motif, go back to the original Battle of the Planets, Gotcha Man from the 1970s. That was epic. Anyway, just my 2 cents. I like it, but am I going to go over the moon for the Silverhawks? No. What about you, Aubrey?
The transformations were
Oh, they took up a lot of time. That's a major complaint I have.
the 80s transformations were nostalgia fodder. The music was also the same and just spot on its top. The voice actors, I like hearing voice actors that you don't hear every day all the time in all of the other animations, so it does give you new people to research and check out who they were and what they did later on. But I will say that as far as if you're trying to compare it to Thundercats, no, I couldn't. I actually didn't see this when I was younger, and I do remember Thundercats, and I do like Thundercats quite a bit. And the reboots. My question is if we haven't had a reboot yet,
No.
then why?
We need to.
When we have an era of sci-fi fans that can do it better. No offense to our predecessors, but we can recall the characters, maybe evolve the characters. I'm not going to agree with you, Johnny, on the completely on the gruff boss. I feel like kind of interesting to have a almost what's the guy from Spider-Man? I always forget his name.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes, the Jameson in the house, because that's what I feel like. We're channeling a cyborg Jameson who's like, get your job done.
Parker.
There you go.
Those pictures of Spider-Man.
There you go. I even went with the picture. I feel like to have him almost be just as almost annoying as the bad guy was a nice and refreshing change. Not the perfect upstanding boss that everybody can look up to, but more like a yeah, he's telling us to do something. I like the variety of the writing, so I can't say I hated it.
I didn't hate it. I liked it. It just, for me, is not something that I'm going to revisit.
Well, that being said, for me, this is one of my top 5 that I probably will go back and see a few things, because I'm interested to see how the female character develops. She's kind of for having heart in her name, she's kind of a little hard character for a female character, and I'm interested to see a little bit more of the interaction between her and the team. So this is something I'm probably going to watch a few episodes of. Outside of this.
Okay. And our audience is chiming in. Andrew Milden says, I never knew anything about this show. Well, so Andrew, it is the full episodes, all of the episodes are on Daily Motion. And in the event page on Facebook, I did post the link. Now, I have a favor for every one of you who are watching on YouTube. Please jump over to Facebook. Watch this on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up, a heart, a smiley face, because that helps us. That we are part of the Facebook Creators Program. And every time you post a comment, post a thumbs up, a heart, a smiley face, we make a little bit of money, and it helps us do upgrades like the upgrade that you saw at the very beginning of the show. If you joined us late, you missed it. But like this upgrade.
Saturday morning, it's fun for all. Cartoons and cereal, let's have a ball. Comic books, kaiju, pro wrestling too. The fun is waiting for you back at the cereal box.
That upgrade to our theme song was made possible.
I was just trying it out. Hello, good morning.
That theme song upgrade was made possible by the Facebook bonus program. So jump over there, click the like, click the heart emojis as many times as possible. Post comments on Facebook. Anyway, and Drew Milden said that is very cool. Thank you. Zentron chimes in and says, I need to get Glitch Productions to do a Silverhawks reboot. Yeah, this is one that I feel like, reboots or continuations of classic shows like this, I'm usually a little bit wary of. Like in 2011, they did a updated Thundercats series on Cartoon Network. It was awesome. It was better than the original. Netflix did an updated 7-season Voltron series, which was far superior to the original. And I love the original Voltron, but the updated version was better. Better animation, better writing, better voice acting. Everything was better. And Dave Mattingly says, a friend of mine in college was a big fan of Silverhawks. And Tabby Cat gives us heart emojis on YouTube. I love it on YouTube, but go do that on Facebook. I see 1 thumbs up on Facebook. Everyone go. Anyway, I'm going to get off Facebook. Not really. But it helps us a lot, more than you know.
Send us hearts on Facebook, guys. Johnny wants it.
Well, YouTube gives us nothing. I've even considered not broadcasting on YouTube, period, because YouTube gives us nothing, but Facebook pays us.
Watch us on Facebook so we can keep producing the show.
Yes. Anyway, I'll get off that soapbox. So,
why are you holding the box, Johnny?
Because it is time for our favorite segment. Drew Milden, are you ready? It is time for prizes from the cereal box, aka new loot. And I'm gonna go first, Aubrey.
Okay.
Just because every week we pull something out of the cereal box, because when we were kids, that was a thing. They put toys and posters and games on the back of the cereal box. In the cereal box, you would dig around and pull out the prize. And I've said since we began that they would even put comic books in the cereal boxes.
But
well,
they don't do that anymore usually.
Not usually. And there's reasons for it. But 10 years ago, when the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice movie was coming out, General Mills put comic books, DC comic books, in their cereal boxes. There were 8 total. And I came across 2 of them. The Batman and Superman Dawn of Justice tie-in. There's actually 4 pictured on the back. Very short stories. And, smaller format than a regular comic. And this particular story is a Batman story. And it's about a young girl, teenage girl, who gets a picture of Batman in action. And at this point in Batman's story, he's still an urban myth. And so he comes to her and doesn't tell her what to do, but encourages her to do the right thing. And that is to destroy the picture so that criminals never know if Batman is real or not. And because they don't know if he's real or not, they fear him, because you fear what you don't know. Then the other one is a Justice League mini comic. And in this issue, Catwoman teams up with Batman and the Flash, and they are fighting Mirror Master, who uses his powers to create holographic avatars of the rest of the Justice League to fight against Catwoman, Batman, and the Flash. And this one was really good. Lot of action, a lot of great artwork. My favorite version of Catwoman is in this. And just really good. So these actually came out of a cereal box, like I talk about every week. How cool is that?
That is awesome. I wish they really did that still. I'm kind of a huge fan of this, as you know, and I miss that and ordering from the back of the cereal box. Come on, guys. These kids, they're smart. They can do it.
or ordering from ads in the comic books. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Listen,
I do love ads.
so back in the day, allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery was a lifetime. That was
like,
agonizing.
dying a little bit.
But you know what? I ordered something off of the TikTok shop.
What?
And it's the TikTok shop.
There's a
Yeah. You need to investigate TikTok a little bit.
Okay. So right around the end of COVID, guys, I had TikTok like when it first came out and stuff, and then I kind of right around the end of COVID, I was like, delete, and I never got back on. I
Yeah.
have a weird video on there of me pretending to bury somebody in my trunk.
Wait,
It was
what?
a joke. It was
What?
a joke in Nashville. What you would do for your best friend. It was just a joke, guys.
Anyway, I ordered something off the TikTok shop 2 weeks ago. It still hasn't arrived. It's agonizing. And, because we've become like this instant gratification society. Anyway.
Where's our transport tube? I ordered it. Where's my transport tube?
Exactly.
It's we're the generation. We're waiting, Jetson style. Where's my transport tube for the items that I ordered? Amazon should be here in my roof already.
That's funny.
That's what you sound like, Johnny.
Well, look, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Instant chicken.
Yeah. I'm just saying that ordering from comic book ads in 4 to 6 weeks is equivalent to ordering off of line and having to wait, 7 to 14 days. It's the same thing. So, Aubrey, you've got something very special in your cereal box this morning.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to share. Do I have to share? Okay, fine.
You do.
Oh,
so
gosh.
Last week I did a review of Kaijus and Cowboys. And you will remember that 2 weeks ago when Aubrey and I were in studio together, we did an unboxing and I gave Aubrey issues 1 through 3 to take home and read. And she did. Aubrey, take it away.
Okay. So, as someone who is into sci-fi and into monsters occasionally, I
made you a kaiju fan.
Yes. More than I used to be, more than I used to be. I was not a huge kaiju fan, but after meeting Johnny, yes, I have been subjected to enough. No, I do like Godzuki. Ha 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 ha. And other kaiju. But this series, I was at first, I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this. I'm not much into cowboys. I'm not much into kaiju. I like it. I'm not lying. I like it. I like the scene where I'm a little spoilers here. In one of these 3, I will not tell you which one. The hunter robot, the amazing guy with dreadlocks. Okay, I'm calling them dreadlocks. I don't know if they are supposed to be called dreadlocks, but they're amazing. And he shoots a giant mini meteor size rock off of a ledge, and basically, I'm not going to say how, but ends up riding it down into the center of a kaiju to save some other robots, kind of. I'm just going to say, this is really cool. I actually am interested in seeing where the rest of this hunter story goes. If you ever need voice work for the female robot, I'm available. So, I'm very much interested in
wink,
that.
Hint, hint. So, Aubrey, these are the first 3 issues. Issue 4 is being produced right now. They just finished their Kickstarter campaign. They met their goal. Yeah, these were signed by the artist, and it's written by Matthew Blair, art by Frankie B. Washington. Super clean, really cinematic scale artwork. And when I gave you the assignment and told you had to read all 3 issues by this morning, you were a little bit stressed out by that, but you discovered as I promised,
Mhm.
it is very light on dialogue.
It's got good action. It's got good
it's
action.
mostly panel to panel action.
This, I have to say, I love this. Okay, this is our intro to the story, and I don't think enough comics had that back in the day. So as a
Not
as a
enough
fan
do.
of
They
comics,
still
I
don't
really
today.
like that. So I will say that I'm not going to fib. I had to look at each one on the inside to find out which order they were in, but the animation, or I shouldn't say animation, future animation.
Wait
the
a
artwork
minute,
is amazing.
Aubrey, look at the cover. In the top right corner, there's a number. You should have number 1. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So, hey guys, when you get ready for mainstream comic shop distribution, put the issue number on the cover.
But okay, I will say, I kind of love that in the first one, you got an advertisement in there, even if it's not for a real toy. Come on, guys. I do like the advertisements. Johnny knows that. He always tried to get me off the advertisement onto the comic. But I love this. So thank you. I don't know if you knew I was a fan of ads, but that was cute. Totally in. Like, I like this. And the moving bridge. Okay. Can we have that in real life? Can we have that IRL now? There are some cities that could use that electronic auto bridge that I was like, I've seen that in so many sci-fi stories, but seeing that in there, just a little tidbit. I'm not trying to too many spoilers, but that was good.
So here's one question. So I read issues 1 through 3 on digital. I don't remember seeing any human characters. They were all robot characters. So in that introduction,
or kaiju,
but
those are technically characters.
On the introduction page, remind me, does it tell what happened to the people? Are the people extinct?
Well, it gives you a little rundown. Would you like me to read some of it, Johnny?
Yeah, a little bit. Not the whole thing.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
In the early 1980s, a Japanese businessman named Ichiro Tezuka founded the Future Robots and Toys Company.
Did you guys hear how good she sounded just then? That could be your voiceover.
Over a century later, Earth would be invaded and overrun by a parasitic alien creature known as the World Root. I skipped some. I didn't want to give you the whole intro. So there's a little bit in between, but there you go. Johnny was asking.
But something happened to the humans, and robots have taken over. But
the
not
robots.
In
have dreadlocks.
But not in a malevolent uprising way. In a just, this is what survived the apocalypse kind of way. And now Earth is being overrun by giant kaiju, and the robots have to preserve their existence.
Some are giant, some are not so giant. I will say I like the colors of the girl robot, female-esque robot. Seems to be not pink, and I am a huge fan of not pink female robots. So thank you for not caving to the Barbie tidal wave that has happened. Because blue and gold, like, I'm already like, can I find a way to recreate her chess piece? Like, already a fan.
All right. So Frankie, Matthew, you got a new fan of Kaijus and Cowboys, and you guys can get your copies in print or digital at CambrianComics.com, right there on the screen. Go there and you can get issues 1 through 3 right now. And you can pre-order issue 4 through their Kickstarter, which is linked on the website. So Kaijus and Cowboys. Yeehaw! All right. So we got some more comments from our friends, our cereal box friends. And something just happened. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. First day with my new fingers. We have some more comments from our cereal box friends. So David Walsh, who is AKA Zentron, says posting on Facebook for the first time. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Zentron. Dave Mattingly says, show some love for your cereal by liking this post. I love it. Dave Mattingly asks about this Batman mini comic. Did Batman chase a serial killer? Get it? Serial killer?
Okay, Dave. Dave, if you don't crack your wife up every day, I'm just saying I got Mrs. Mattingly as a follower now. So I was like, hi. But yes, I mean the jokes abound with that one. I don't know how you don't snort cereal milk out of your nose every morning, Miss Mattingly.
Dennis Guerrero, sorry about that, Dennis. It says greetings from New Orleans. Greetings, Dennis. Glad you're with us. And Ben Grimm says, it's like when you order from Wish and it just said it'll arrive sometime in the next 3 months. Yeah. All right. So Aubrey, this is something you might not know, but this is true.
Oh.
And Zentron would know.
Oh.
Zentron says pink is originally a masculine color. It is also a royal color.
I didn't say that it was a girly color. I just said I'm tired of them putting girls in the color.
I like pink a lot.
I wear there you a lot of pink. Put Johnny in pink. I will wear all of the green, the blacks, the purples, the yellow.
You've seen the picture of the hot pink goatee.
Yes, Johnny, you rock pink.
I look blue. Really good in it. I wish I had more, but they don't make a whole lot of men's clothes in pink.
Shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. And Zentron adds, once again, won another UK She-Ra comic eBay and bought another 2 2000 AD comics. Ooh. We're going to have to talk about 2000 AD sometime in the future because that's a whole thing that Aubrey has no clue about. Yeah, it's a British thing.
Ooh.
Zentron is was it Judge Dredd or Death Said that debuted in 2000 AD? He knows what I'm talking about. I think it's Judge Dredd, but help me out. So while he's getting that, and since we're talking about comics, I'm going to acknowledge one more partner, Comic Books for Kids. Check this out.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
That is epic. And by the way, Aubrey, I've eaten so much of this blueberry pie cereal this morning that I've made myself sick.
I'm still eating, but what is it's a giant blueberry pie flake.
Is it a Siamese triplet? That's hysterical. Yes, I was right. 2000 AD is Judge Dredd. That's what I thought. So thank you, Zentron, for clarifying that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to wind down and say farewell to you from the virtual rec room. I hope you have had a really good time with us this morning. Make sure you follow each of us. You can follow Aubrey at Miss Kindred Ivy on Instagram at Miss Kindred Ivy. And you can follow me just by going to my website, johnnybeyond.com, and that will take you to all of the different social media sites. And, Dave Mattingly says something really, I'm not sure about this, but we're going to have to research this. He says, I think Death's Head debuted in Transformers. Doctor Who shrunk him down to human size. Wait, what?
Hmm?
Dave, I'm going to have to research this because I know Death's Head was incredibly popular in Britain, not so much here in the US, but it was part of the Marvel Comics British line that was very popular. Anyway, that would explain why Doctor Who was involved. Because for a time, Marvel had the Doctor Who license. I think they just got it back. Because Disney now owns Doctor Who, and Disney owns Marvel Comics. You didn't know about that?
I didn't know they bought Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yep. The brand new season of Doctor Who is only available on Disney Plus.
Okay.
There you go. The more you know, Aubrey. And now, did you guys hear the news? Disney and Warner Brothers are merging their streaming services. So Disney Plus and HBO now Max are going to be together in a bundle.
Oh.
Everything is consolidating into one grand entertainment new world order.
No.
Too late. It's already done.
Oh, the ears. Why is the Death Star got ears?
Wait, what?
You've never seen that animation where they combine Star Wars with the Disney and they show the Death Star with Mickey's ears?
Oh. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Well, I mean, Disney owns Star Wars.
Oh.
Disney owns Marvel Comics. Disney owns the Muppets. Disney owns Pixar. Disney owns Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. And now Disney is merging with Warner Brothers, HBO Max.
Our new overlord has ears.
And we love our mouse overlord. He is a benevolent benefactor. He brings us joy and happiness and sunshiny mornings. I'm a fan. So, and you know what? It plays into my theory, Aubrey. Used to be when I was a kid and even into adulthood, I maintained that all of the pop culture IP properties, all of the properties were separate, and I was adamant that they remain separate and never shall the streams cross. But with the acquisitions, the mergers, and now with the Ninja Turtles crossover comic series, they've crossed over with Power Rangers, Batman, Daredevil. They've crossed over with now the Ghostbusters and Street Fighter.
Excuse me.
I'm of the belief that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are the hub of the multiverse, and that all of the pop culture IPs now are actually part of the same multiverse, or is it a mega verse?
Oh, my brain.
And so everything now can intermix and intermingle. And
no.
It doesn't have to be separated in silos. That makes the fanboy in me happy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see how many crossovers they can cross over without continually to, because stuff blows up when the streams cross. So let's hope there's none of that. And a whole lot of good sparks.
Well, the fanboy in me, because Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, made me who I am today. All I want out of life is to see the Star Wars characters come into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I want to see that multiverse mashup. I'm desperate for it.
That is going to be an interactive experience.
We got it.
Mind in every geek's.
Well, we got it in Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my gosh! Oh my! You don't break up those fourth wall story breaking. I love Perry the Platypus. Why do you gotta bring? Oh no! Don't.
They're on the list. So speaking of the list, for those of you who are in the audience, here's what you can get ready to anticipate in the next couple of weeks. So next week, where is it? Where's the list? Next week is going to be Galtar and the Golden Lance. Galtar and the Golden Lance next week.
Okay,
Then the week after is going to be Spider-Man, the 1990s series,
Okay.
followed by the 1990s MCU. So Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Hulk, Silver Surfer. And then the next week
I'm excited for those ones.
is going to be Avengers United We Stand. So that's the next rundown over the next couple of weeks. But get a load of some of the series we're going to cover in this season. Mucha Lucha, Shaolin Showdown, Jackie Chan Adventures,
Yes.
The Batman,
Batman.
Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. We're going to go back to the 1960s, to the 1960s Marvel Adventures, the 1960s DC Filmation superheroes, the 1960s Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. We will be talking in this season about the Filmation Star Trek series, the Filmation Shazam cartoon. We will be talking about the Planet of the Apes animated series from Filmation, Hero High, Quick Draw McGraw, Mighty Mouse, Popeye. We're going to go all the way back to the 1940s for the Max Fleischer Superman series. We're going to be talking about the Filmation New Adventures of Batman, the Ruby Spears Adventures of Superman, and we're going to end this season with the Saturday morning Justice League animated series from Warner Brothers. And
That's one of my favorite series.
Yeah. So that's what you guys have to look forward to. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I am excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Zentron says, President Scroob, I don't know about all of this beaming. Is it safe?
Is it safe?
That must be from Phineas and Ferb. Anyway, we've got to get out of here. We've got to go, but we appreciate you guys watching, supporting. If you like the show, do support us on Patreon, patreon.com/serialboxpodcast. You get all kinds of early exclusives at $2 a month, less than the cost of a cup of coffee at McDonald's. You can support our show. And if you become a VIP member, you get to host your own show, your own podcast show on our network. And the first one of those is coming up this Wednesday.
Super excited.
Yeah. Super excited about that. So if you love the show, support us at Patreon and follow, find, and support us. If you like the show, tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box. Ta-da!
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
When I was a kid, the Mighty Men and Monster Makers was one of the coolest toys on the planet. Well, Body Bags takes that idea and ramps it up a notch by doing it in 3D. There are 4 different assortments that come in zippered body bags, and you can mix and match to create your own characters and abominations. Get yours today.
Body bag.